Hey everybody, welcome back to Pillars of Eternity. We are going to continue to make our way over through the sewers and try to enter the Temple of Woedica. See if we can get in this way. I think that is the way, but before we do, yeah, that is the Temple of Woedica. Before we do, we promise to find something else down here, as we do have a side quest involving somebody who went missing down here.
Brave thou Philip. Brave thou Philip. That's it!
Not to alarm you, but I'm slowly dying.
Brave thou Philip.
Shit, we're just gonna keep causing traps to go off, huh? A lone figure in tattered robes shuffles across the chamber, muttering under its breath. As you approach, the figure halts and swivels its head toward you. Its haggard visage is a labyrinth of wrinkles and sores, overgrown by a moss-like beard. "What's this? Who disturbs Helig's work?" Its voice rattles and gurgles like that of a drowning man. "You're Helig? Dalton sent me to look for Rowena." He leans back and bursts into a raucous laughter. His threadbare robes drift apart, revealing an amulet and a ragged wound running from chest to throat. It spatters a black viscous fluid on the floor with every cackle. "That old fool is still alive. I do hope he still doesn't bear a grudge for that incident. It was so very long ago." "Dalton believes that Rowena is in the catacombs." He seems to restrain another bout of chuckling. "Oh, you say that. If you were to retrieve my grimoire from Modred, I'll let you in on the secret." "All right. What do you need me to do?" "When animancy started gaining popularity, I came to Defiance Bay in hopes of finding a place where my research would meet with more acceptance. Worked at the Brackenberry Sanatorium for a few months when I met Modred." He spits a glob of black blood on the floor. "Let's just say Modred and I didn't see eye to eye. Got so bad we were threatening to kill each other on a daily basis. Obviously, that bastard made good on his threat." He runs a jagged fingernail along his oozing wound. sink a dagger into my chest while I was sleeping, and dump my body in the catacombs. You used animancy to save yourself? Oh no. Helig waves a half-rotted hand. This is magic, and it took a great deal of rather timely preparation, I must say. Let's see if we actually want to work with this guy. I don't think so. Yeah, I think I know. Even so, it merely anchored my soul to this decaying husk. Nothing like the life that was stolen from me. Helig lets out a rattling sigh. And yet you see what a little Ingwithan magic can do. My mind is my own, my memory is fresh, and my work can continue. And Modred keeps all that is precious to him in a trunk in his laboratory, just as he stole my grimoire. He offers you a key with a claw-like hand. On your way to Brackenberry Sanatorium, then, bring me my grimoire and my revenge, and you can have your Rowena. He chokes on a burbling chuckle. If there's nothing else, be on your way. Alright. Yard. We will get involved with that. But first we're gonna deal with the Temple of Woedica down here. We're also gonna walk around and see what else is in here. Multiple things to do.
They've got my scent.
In front of you looms the ghostly hollow image of the man who was present at your awakening. He casts a pale, sickly light in the dank corridor as he regards you.
You are from Kraytoon, my boy.
His words are an echo in your mind from a time long past, and you know your response before you speak, as if it has always been there. So this is where we get to do a little bit of our own little character creation in a way, where we kind of get to decide our background here. Yes, I was born there.
A remarkable city, truly one of the most impressive we have encountered outside of our own. Many exceptional people who have joined our cause come from Kraytoon. What made you decide to join our order?
Your teaching spoke to me.
The gods are just, and they care for their faithful. I think that speaks to many people. Are you ready to take the oath? To spread the word of the gods to the lost and heathen?
I am. Wait, so were we here at one point? Interesting. Mercenary eyes you warily as you approach, his weapon readied. What are you doing here? You don't look like one of that masked lot. I left my mask inside. Let me pass. He thinks carefully, then nods. Alright then, go on in and report to the Acolyte, and she'll give you your assignment. They should be just about finished with their meeting in the big chamber. Farewell. Can't ask too many questions with that guy, because they'll get suspicious. We gotta be careful. Aloth falters and brings a hand to his forehead. He takes a staggering step forward, coughing and sputtering.
Back, ye clod! Those hooded fiends are nigh to be trusted!
Elf, pull yourself together. He grimaces, catching his breath. It's nothing, I'm fine. He coughs again. This probably isn't the best place to linger anyhow. Yeah, we are not hanging around here too long, buddy. You hear murmurs and chants on the other side of the door. A ritual of some sort is already underway. Retreat from the door. Turn back to the hall. We'll go in there in a second. I don't want to... I have a feeling that's a we're about to start something situation. Speaking of, just in case. Let us save. That way we don't have to start the video all over again, essentially, if something bad happens. Come on. What you got for me? A book lies on the table, its pages filled with some kind of unintelligible cryptography. Ooh.
I can do that. That's settled.
Well met, friend.
The lone figure paces back and forth, tapping his fingers at his sides. Muttering to himself, he jumps when he sees you, his hand on his chest. By the flame! You startled me. He pauses and leans forward. Where's your mask? That's it. I knew I'd left something at home. Well, don't let anyone inside see you without it. They're keen on anonymity. Can I borrow your hood? Of course not. He clutches at the edges as if you threatened to rip it off of him. The acolyte will kill me for sure if I approach her without it. Forget about it. The acolyte is no one to be trifled with. You need something else? I'll be ready for the initiates meeting soon, honest. Tell me about the meeting. This must be your first time. The acolyte communicates with each of us individually to hear of our progress on old tasks and to assign us new ones. He shivers with a mixture of pleasure and dread. It's a unique process. She's a cipher, so she can speak to you without words. Fascinating until you realize she can probably read your thoughts just as easily. What do you know about these tasks? He laughs nervously. Only what I absolutely need to. We protect the secrets of the gods, so discretion is essential. He waves a hand between the two of you. We receive our instructions from the acolyte just as she receives hers from someone else, and so on. Right up to the Grand Master. Our role is to obey, knowing as little about the overall plan and each other as possible. How can you be so confident you're doing the right thing when you know so little? He snorts. That's easy. The Leaden Key has been around for ages by the blessing of the gods. You only have to look around to see the perils of trying to usurp divine power. Killing a god in the Saints' War has cursed us all, and the heresy of animancy has only worsened matters. Try to replace a soul, and you inevitably end up with a monster. It's all been a warning. There are some powers we just shouldn't have. Tell me about these secrets. He jumps back. You shouldn't even be asking. Whatever they are, they're secrets for a reason. Our job is to guard them, not to know them. I see. We've been entrusted with important work. It's an honor, but not without its challenges. What are you doing here? He resumes his pacing. I've been practicing the passphrases. I know them backwards and forwards, but I get so nervous every time I think about repeating them to the acolyte. He wrings his hands. You can practice on me. Okay. He ushers in a deep breath with fluttering hands. Here goes. First question. State your name and purpose. Answer. My name belongs to the gods, and my hand to their service. Second question. What company do you seek? Answer. I seek the company of shadows, that our labors may remain secret. Third question. Tell me of your labors. Answer. To see that the craft of Kith and Wilder does not disturb what bones the gods have buried. Fourth question. How do you know your purpose? Answer. You shall know it by the confession of my tongue, the deeds of my hand, and the oath on my soul. Riddles upon riddles. What bones have the gods have buried? It's very dramatic, isn't it? Oh, I'm sorry. Please, continue. Fifth question. And how is your oath guarded? Answer. It is sealed by the Leaden Key. He sighs with a nervous chuckle. That wasn't so hard. Sounds like you've got it. I do, I think. He bites his lip. I'm going to practice a few more times by myself before my meeting. Goodbye. Have we stolen any hoods so far? Because if so, then we're set. I guess it really doesn't matter. I assume we're going to go into a fight on purpose here. But also, we can't put on hoods, really. Because we can't put on any headgear onto our character. So, let's use the answers to the riddles to get inside. Let's bring the party with us. You open the door and stride into the chamber, motioning for the rest of your party to accompany you. Several shrouded figures are lined up across from a hooded woman. The figure at the head of the line approaches her, and the woman places her outstretched hand on the stranger's forehead. They stand in silent communion as you look on. A few moments later, the stranger steps aside and resumes his place in the circle around the statue. All eyes in the room fall on you, and you hear quick, angry mutters being exchanged. Brothers! Sisters! An intruder walks among us! Deal with him! Alright, yep, yeah, I knew this was gonna happen. We don't exactly have the capability of, truly getting into like, stealth mode.
Not me for long.
Crumpled at your feet lies the body of a woman. She wears a dark robe that bears an rage assault you. The dead woman's voice howls in your ears, and her lingering consciousness rends at yours. Her essence tingles through your bones and membranes, fills the spaces between your ears and behind your eyes, clawing deeper into your core. You see a gathering of men and women wearing robes like hers, their faces hidden behind masks. One by one they approach her, whom they know as an acolyte, and she places her hand on each of their foreheads, searching their thoughts. She tests them with ritualistic questions, and they answer that their oath is sealed by the leaden key. She asks them of their tasks. She gives them new ones, all without words. Her essence flares, fighting to boil your blood, burn your memory, and splinter your bones from within. Yet, between its strikes you see flashes of something else, a tower, a prisoner, and a ruin. You funnel all of your concentration into a single effort of will, a sharp point that pins the raging soul in place like an insect in a display case. With the thing under control, you're able to examine it and the three thoughts swirling inside. You see a palimpsest of a neighborhood. Run-down estates are cobbled around a cemetery and an ancient tower. Savage shapes prowl the streets, and in the tower a man hunches over a strange mechanism. You can't see him clearly, but there's something unnatural about him. Somewhere nearby, you see a woman with a scar over her heart. You understand that she has something he needs. You also see a door in the base of the tower, a seemingly impenetrable slab of stone and copper. But then the acolyte reveals the invisible split between the perfectly matched halves, and you understand how the copper veins convert a command into action. You know how to open the door. In your mind, you see a building magnificent with trellises and tiles, and located on a pristine boulevard. The wealthy and the learned stroll in and out, trading knowledge and coin. Yet it also houses misery and madness. Somewhere within its rotten core sits a man, his hair matted but his eyes alert. He watches and waits, a prisoner by choice. The acolyte's vision takes you out of Defiance Bay to a town in the wilderness with a watermill. A signpost on one of the paths reads Deerford. Several figures huddled together, shrouded in cloaks and hoods. An image of ruins suddenly looms in your mind. Two skeletal effigies flank a cleft in a mountainside. Let's close this door. We have some clues now. Whether by design or by consequence of the sputtering candlelight, the hooded statue's face is almost impossible to see. There's our exit. So yeah, it seems we're dealing with a cult under the city. Devotees have placed assorted keys, their teeth filed away among the runels of wax.
Now this I haven't seen before.
What did we miss? What'd you see? I don't see anything. Not beyond the stuff that we've already explored anyways. So I say, let's not stick around. Feel like we should be able to get to that other side somehow, but oh well. Got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. We just got a letter. I don't think we can. I think we're still building something. Yeah, we're still building the barracks. Got 7 more hours before
A
that's
moment,
done.
please. I feel I should explain myself.
Oh, yeah? You want to talk to me? Okay.
About my episode in the catacombs. There's something I should have told you earlier.
So tell me now. He clasps his hands together, slowly massaging a knuckle with his thumb. I meant no harm. I thought I could keep it to myself. That's when we resolved the matter of your soul. We would also address my problem.
I also have an awakened soul. But unlike yours, mine is a presence that shares my senses and my skin, making herself manifest at the most unwelcome times.
He sighs. He closes his eyes and grits his teeth. His lips quiver and twitch with the vestiges of some internal debate. Several seconds later, he opens his eyes again. They're watery and bloodshot.
I'm sorry. I've tried to learn to control Isilmir. I've gotten stronger, but so has she.
He shakes his head. Tell me about Isilmir.
Artless, uncouth, a creature of rash impulses and feeble faculties. She wags her impertinent tongue when she should listen.
He winces, his expression rippling between control and chaos.
Aye, this one's fit to boil. Hard to get this gaff over anything tisn't to do with books and spell speak.
His face flickers with a sly grin. He grimaces, running his hands through his hair. I have none of her memories. Barath spared me that much. But her coarse manners and intolerable hill speak suggest a provincial from a very, very long time ago. She tends to surface a hair's breadth from conflict when the fuse has burned down and teeth are on edge. And when she shows up, she doesn't stop to gauge a situation. She just acts. She seems reckless. That's it exactly. You recall the way she goaded those villagers in Gilded Vale. She doesn't think, and she doesn't back down. And trying to suppress that has been my problem for years. Why didn't you say something sooner?
I learned to keep her a secret a very long time ago. Those with awakened souls are shunned, mistrusted. And after your experience with Meerwald, I'm certain you can see why. You need to be careful.
He shakes his head. He looks up at you. Is this going to be a problem?
Merely an annoyance. Although...
He purses his lips into a thin, crooked line. He lowers his voice and clasps his hands behind his back. Minute twitches and spasms along his arms betray his fidgeting.
Defiance Bay is said to have an entire institution dedicated to the study and cure of soul-related ailments. Since our journeys have already brought us to the city, perhaps we could speak with someone there.
If it's helpful to you, we'll go.
Thank you. This has been a great burden.
His shoulders loosen by the slightest fraction. Time to get moving. And speaking of time, we are out of time. So, thank you all for watching. Be sure to like and subscribe to the channel. And if you really like our content, check out the Patreon, which is the link down below, where you can watch our content before it's released publicly on YouTube. Also, be sure to check out our Discord, also linked down below, so you can become a part of our community. And also check out our YouTube membership, so that way you can check out our very first video essay series, where we are talking about the Scream franchise before anybody else. Once again, thank you all for watching. Have a good one. Bye.